I just spent way too much time completing 10 of the most nostalgic LEGO games of all time. I'm talking full story mode, start to finish. From LEGO Star Wars to LEGO Marvel, this was the ultimate grind through childhood memories. Let me show you how it went. Kicking things off with LEGO Star Wars The Original Trilogy. This one basically defined what LEGO games would be for years. From the second you load in and hear the music, you know what kind of game you're playing, and it's still super fun to play today. No voice acting, just grunts, mumbles, and pure LEGO chaos. The level design is still awesome. You've got clever puzzles, secret areas, and tons of characters that all do something different. I spent forever just switching between R2-D2 and Chewbacca to do everything. In the charm, it's unbeatable. Whether it's Luke throwing a lightsaber at a droid or stormtroopers chilling in hot tubs, between missions, this game just oozes personality. And collecting studs is still as satisfying as ever. The sound when you grab a blue stud hits harder than any modern loot box. Like Fortnite has no chance. This is the LEGO game that made some of us fall in love with LEGO, unlocking things, and yeah, I beat it all over again. Took forever, but I did it. Next up is the first LEGO game I ever played, LEGO Batman the video game. And revisiting this, oh my goodness, is it difficult. Why is this game so long? It took like 15 hours to complete. The puzzles were super challenging. The lack of voice acting made me so confused. But this game is special to me. What you got to play both sides. First, you clear the story as Batman and Robin, and then you can go back and play as the villains, running around as Joker, Mr. Freeze, and that never gets old. Plus, the game was packed with gadgets like Batman's glider, Robin's vacuum suit. Each level had its own little twist. And unlike the last game, which was based off a movie plot, this one was completely an original story, and I love that about this game. So this game, even though it's super challenging, holds a special place in my heart since it was so good and was one of the first I ever played. Now we're jumping straight into LEGO Batman 2. Now this game has an even more special place in my heart, and reasons we're not going to go into, but basically something really bad happened to me when I was 5 and I had to stay in the hospital for a long time. And the brand new PS4 basically just got released, and there was one in my hospital room. And the game I booted up almost every day was LEGO Batman 2. Now this game was a game changer because it introduced voice acting and it was open world. So I was speeding around as the Flash in Gotham, and it was awesome. But that was about 10 years ago. So revisiting it, flying, driving, speeding, gliding throughout the huge LEGO city filled with secrets, I spent more time exploring than actually doing the missions. The Superman flying moment when his theme kicks in as he soars through the air, absolutely legendary. What's also awesome is the story brought in a ton of the Justice League characters, and I was a huge fan of superheroes. Like the Green Lantern, the Flash, Wonder Woman, and every one of them had unique powers. It felt like LEGO games finally hit their peak superhero stride. And once you unlock free play mode, total chaos in the best way. It was the first LEGO game that truly felt like massive. And this is the conclusion of the LEGO Batman series. Now, I don't think this game is better than LEGO Batman 2, but I know as a kid I played it way more and actually ended up beating it when I was like 10 years old. Things got cosmic in this game. LEGO Batman 3 took the entire DC universe and launched it into space, basically. And gameplay-wise, it leaned more into puzzle solving and like suit swapping, which I feel like slowed down the pace a little bit. But honestly, it had some of the most fun levels I've ever played, like fighting Brainiac, shrinking planets, and fighting the superheroes, like having to fight that big Batman in the last boss fight in the game of fighting huge Superman. It was super fun. I feel like the story was a little messy and it didn't have the same charm as Batman 2, but there was plenty to enjoy. If you love comic books, there's a lot of Easter eggs in this game. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but as a LEGO game, it's a solid way to finish the LEGO Batman series. And no, I did not forget about Batmite.
It's me, Batmite, your #1 fan in the whole universe.
Lego Indiana Jones was a game I never played growing up, but there was also no voice acting in this game, just music. But I do know it followed the first 3 Indiana Jones movies, and the levels were pretty cool, honestly. There's something pretty fun about like swinging across the pits with a whip or outrunning traps while collecting treasure. It was super interactive too. You could literally mess with like everything. Combat felt tight, and there were a lot of puzzles where you needed the right characters. Indy with his whip, short round crawling through vents, or Willie screaming to break the glass. It brought all the iconic moments to life, and like that goofy Lego way, you know? Also, fun fact, this game had no lightsabers, but you could still find bonus levels with Han Solo. Lego knew what they were doing here. Okay, Indiana Jones 2. Well, I can see this game is trying to go for something new, so I have to respect it for that, but the game just wasn't as good as the first one. I mean, it was alright. I mean, the hub worlds were more open and dynamic, and it let you explore each movie setting in like a sandbox type way, but the pacing felt a little off. Like, instead of long structured missions, you got like bite-sized chunks. Still, some of the set pieces were super fun, especially in the minecart and jungle chase levels. But being able to create your own levels, that was way ahead of its time. It's not as tightly designed as the first indie game, but it deserves some credit for trying to do something different. Alright, then there's Lego The Hobbit. And honestly, this one really was never my favorite to play. Something about the gameplay just didn't click for me the same way the superhero ones did. But on the other end, I can't deny how good the game looked. The world design was honestly super impressive. All the maps from the movies recreated in Lego with so much detail, it looked pretty good. It's a game I might not want to revisit, but gameplay, visually, it captured the magic of the movies. So that's just my personal opinion, but I know I can't deny this was a pretty good Lego game for people who did like the movies and stuff. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. I think this one's underrated. Lego Pirates nailed the tone of the movies, the moody lighting, the great music, and Jack Sparrow that moves like he's always slightly drunk, which he probably is. The levels are cinematic and packed with puzzles, and the game covers all 4 movies, sailing from Davy Jones to sword fight in Tortuga. Every mission has something new, and the visuals, I think they were really good for their time. The water effects were awesome. The treasure looked great. You could wander around, unlock characters. You can even get into bar fights with skeletons. Finishing this one was honestly just really fun, and it still looks great today. Lego Marvel Superheroes. Absolutely peak Lego. This is hands down one of the best Lego games ever made. The roster of characters is stacked, from Iron Man to Spider-Man to Hulk to Deadpool to the X-Men to the Fantastic Four. Basically the whole Marvel universe before the MCU dominance. The open world version of New York is huge and packed with side quests or secret missions. The goofy interactions, flying around as Iron Man or swinging with Spidey felt incredible, and each hero with their unique powers that actually mattered in the story. The story, speaking of a story, it's super fun and full of Marvel references, but the real magic is the free play. Once you unlock everybody, the game turns into a playground of mayhem, bro. It's all over again. Still felt amazing. This one is actually a 10 out of 10 in my book. Now we can end this Lego video with the Lego Movie, the video game. Now, not to be that guy, but this game looked a lot better when I was a kid. Well, at least it felt like that. The visuals were super bright and flashy, the levels were fast-paced, and the characters, they did have big personalities. Plus, the Everything is Awesome song gets burned into your brain the second you start playing. Everything is awesome. Anyway, it did follow the movie pretty closely with the wild environments, the constant cutscenes, but it also introduced some cool mechanics like master builders, and the animations, they were, I guess, smooth and creative. It's not as deep or replayable as the other Lego games, but it absolutely nails the vibe of the movie. A fun, flashy way to wrap up this nostalgic journey. Well, that's that. Completing 10 full Lego games over months of planning and hours on the PlayStation, even leaving my PS5 interface looking like this at one point. I must say, it was super fun, and if you made it this far in the video, smash the like button and subscribe for more nostalgia-fueled chaos. Thank you all for watching. See you later.